Hi guys, it's Beth and welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing with you my projects for the Stickier side of crafting collab that's hosted by Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage. And this is just a reminder or a push for us to use up our stickers because we all collect so many of them and then sometimes we tend to forget to use them. So what I have used this collab for this year is to focus on some of the older stickers that have been in my stash for a while, because usually if I remember to use stickers, I pull the more recent ones that I've bought because, you know, those seem to fit better with the projects I'm doing, or I like those better. So I have used this to go back and try and use up some that have been in my stash for a while that maybe I still liked, and that's why I could never part with them, but just don't reach for them on a normal basis. So in August, I have been focusing on a fall theme for my projects, and so all of my stickers that I chose to use up were fall. So I started out, I went through and looked for some older stickers that had been in my stash for a while that were fall themed, and this one it's a bigger sticker sheet that I had cut in half to fit in my storage years ago. But it is from Leaving Prints, a company I used to sell for back in the day, and these are from 2004, and they were some cardstock stickers. And I was trying to remember, like, did I like these back in 2004? Because I can only remember not really liking them since then, and that's why they kept getting pushed to the bottom of my drawer or my stash of fall. But for some reason I felt compelled to keep them, and I don't know if I did like them at some point and that's why I bought them, and then I was afraid to admit failure that no, I really didn't like those, or if it was just one of those things where maybe I got it as part of a kit and, you know, didn't necessarily use it with the kit and then just felt the need to hold on to. I don't know why I keep things sometimes. I keep things just because I feel like I should, or who knows. So I have held on to these for 16 years, not even liking them. So come on, Beth. Finally, these stickers are used up. So here's what I did. This was a big tag on that sheet, and so I made a 5x7 size card. Just took some brown paper, also from Leaving Prints, and made that as my card mat, a full coverage card mat on my 5x7 card. I found some of this, I don't know what you'd call it, like a metal grating type pattern in my stash. And so I just tried, you know, to kind of play off the metallic look of the clock hands here. I just added that across the top part of my card, and then have my sticker, and these letters were already part of the sticker, so I didn't add those. I just came in with some leaf die cuts that were in my stash. And that's all I did for that one. Used up that big one. This one was a smaller tag, and this was like a ribbon border sticker that was also part of the sticker sheet. And so I think this is two different pieces of like a tan paper, and I covered the crease with that green ribbon and then just laid the tag across it. I probably should have tried to feed it through. I may still cover that up, the hole, because it didn't quite turn out, but there was a clasp on the ribbon sticker, and so I was hoping the clasp would kind of show through and act as something that was holding the tag onto the ribbon, but I don't know that I really got that. But it already had this autumn on there, and then these were some other stickers on the sticker sheet as well, and they spell out live, and they're just like little metal word square, like letterpress type squares is what they remind me of. So that was the second card. Here was another one. This was like, this envelope was one of the stickers. It said beautiful fall. I took some green paper from my stash, and then again used that kind of bronzy metal grate mesh, whatever pattern you want to call it, and like the industrial, it's an industrial type feel. And then I took some of the scraps of that ribbon sticker, the border sticker, and just laid it across, kind of overlapped them a little bit, and then added an angle cut to the ends and made it look like, you know, when you feed a ribbon through the tag. And I did tear the top and bottom of this bronzy piece just to kind of help it pop off of that green a little bit. So that was my third card. And then I had two leaves left on that sheet, and they had been fussy cut out of, there were some squares down here, and I think they all had like leaf patterns, and I had at one point gone through and fussy cut them all out, but only used 2 of them. So I still had 2 of the leaves that were already fussy cut out. So I just took a bunch of scrap papers that I found in my stash, kind of grouped them together, and then these are the 2 leaves. And then there was another sticker sheet, and it was Karen Foster design, and there were like 3 stickers left on here. There was one that said fall leaves, and then there were 2 little green leaves. So I was like, all right, we got to use this up. And this is also from 2004. So hey. And so I put the fall leaves up here kind of just as a little sentiment, and then I grouped the 2 tiny leaves down here with the 2 bigger leaves from the other sticker sheet. So 2 sticker sheets knocked out with those 4 cards. And then I moved on to some Sticko and Stickopotamus stickers. So I had a sheet of these words, like, do you know the label maker where you punch the letter into the label and so it's got like a dimensional feel to it? I had a set of Sticko labels that were like that, and then I had some Stickopotamus leaves that were glittery. And so here's one where I used falling leaves, and I don't know if you can see the dimension on there or not, but falling leaves was from the label sheet, and then these dimensional leaves were from the Stickopotamus leaves. And then I have some other leaves on here, and I think they came from another Stickopotamus sheet, which I'll show you in a minute, that had some pumpkins on it. So I just put falling leaves going up this way, and then I just kind of had the leaves kind of cascading, all facing different directions. Looks like they're cascading down out of the tree. And then here's one where I literally took all of the words that were left on here and just made a little embellishment out of them. So leaf piles, back to school, brilliant colors, hayride, scarecrows, all things that, you know, make you think of fall. So I just backed it on some brown pattern paper and then some green. And then this, again, this plaid has been in my stash for a while. Added a little strip of brown here, kind of a reddish brown to kind of play off the red in the labels there. And then 2 more leaves from the Stickopotamus sheet that had leaves and pumpkins on it. And then my last one, I made a hot cocoa packet or a hot cider packet instead of a card, because I had the word apple cider left, and I probably could have added it. Well, no, I couldn't, because these all pretty much lined up pretty evenly, but the apple cider was down here at the bottom and was a little bit wider. So I just took the 2 separate pieces and stacked them, and then I have a business size envelope that I just sealed and cut in half lengthwise, and then covered it with pattern paper on both sides. Added another strip of that plaid that I used in this card, and then I had a die cut of the mug and a leaf already kind of sitting in my stash. So I just took that to create like a fall mug, and then apple cider, and backed it all on some white. So I figure I can stick a cider packet in there for fall. So that's 2 more sticker sheets down, and then I had a almost full sheet and then another half sheet of Stickopotamus stickers that were pumpkins and leaves. So I took some more, I had this brown paper out and on my desk, and so I just went ahead and used it. And this is based off of my favorite card sketch, which is Operation Right Home, sketch number 154. And normally it uses like 4 squares of patterned paper. So I just kind of did the same grid thing with the pumpkins and then added a high pumpkin sentiment down here at the bottom. And I only had 3 of these like medium-sized pumpkins and then a smaller one. And so I just took 2 leaves to back behind that smaller pumpkin just to kind of give it the same amount of space as the other 3. And then the last one I did using the pumpkin stickers. And I actually made this card in my Throwback Thursday video, which also came out earlier this morning, and just created a little scene with some brown patterned paper, and then I have a blue sky background, and then just took the remaining pumpkins that I had left and 2 leaves and just kind of created a little pumpkin patch scene, and then added the sentiment harvest blessings here at the top. So that used up another sheet and a half. So I ended up using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 sticker sheets, and I would say this one was pretty full. That one was almost empty. The labels were about half, and then these 2.5 were pretty full. So a good amount of stickers used up, and again, these have all been in my stash for a while. Like these Stickopotamus ones, oh, I don't know that that means anything. It said VM08, but I don't think that's the year, because one of them says VM12. Well, I guess that could be. Came in 2012. I keep forgetting that it's 2020, so even 2012 was 8 years ago. But anyway, lots of stickers, old stickers used up from my stash, so I am super excited to have finally used them up. And doing this has definitely made me think twice about the stickers that I buy now, and then going forward, that just because, a lot of times I would buy them just because they were on clearance, but then they would, I was like, oh, I'm sure I could use them on something going in the future, and then they sit in my stash forever. So I'm definitely trying to be more mindful about the stickers that I buy, and at least this collaboration is helping me be more mindful about using up some of those that have been in my stash for a while. So there are a lot of participants in this collaboration, and they will all be listed in the description box below. So if you're looking for additional inspiration on using up stickers, please, please, please be sure to check them out as well, because they all use their stickers differently. It's so interesting to see what different projects we all come up with. But thank you guys so much for your time today, and I hope you're all having a very crafty day.